Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to the Broken Past. If you'll recall from our last video, our 1,000 subscriber celebration video, at the end of it, we unboxed a lot of broken, beat up, unsellable Game Boys that the seller said wasn't in good enough condition to have in their store. The Game Boys arrived with a wide variety of different issues. Some of them had a scratched screen, others had no screen at all, some of them had screen cancer, as well as some various fading or yellowing of the plastic. Others, the screen was about to fall off. Some of them missing battery covers, because this one had a battery cover. Yeah, some of them turned on, some of them didn't. It was kind of just a random assortment of different Game Boys, different conditions. So the goal moving forward is going to be to see what we can do to fix all of the Game Boys that we got. Some of them seem like they were pretty easy. Just some corroded terminals, maybe cleaning these up, replacing the lens. Other ones seem like they had a lot more work involved in them. If you'll recall, in the previous video, we had 7 Game Boys, and you're only seeing 6 here. So let me move all these out of the way. And let's take a look at number 7. If you'll recall, number 7 was the worst out of all of them. It had no lens cover, the body was seriously yellowing, there was corrosion on the battery terminals, the power switch didn't work, and it didn't turn on. So it was the worst out of all of them to try to fix. But I went ahead and took the opportunity to see about fixing the worst one that I had, to get an idea of some of the things we might need to look at for these other Game Boys to get them all fixed up and working. And with that, here is the current state of that Game Boy. As you can tell, it is much cleaner and much less yellow than it was in the previous video. Now, if you can tell, I'm not sure how well it's going to show in the video, this screen lens has a pretty big scratch in it. And if you'll recall, this actually was the original screen lens off of the original Game Boy that we fixed and then backlighted a number of videos ago. And I didn't have any spares on me at the time, so I went ahead and just reused that one. Of course, I saved it because I never throw anything away. So I reused it on here for now. So obviously the screen is not the greatest condition. And we're still missing a battery cover on the back of this, which isn't a huge deal. We can try to take one if we need to, if I can find one. We can always take the battery cover off of one of these. If we can't get one of these to start, or if I get a different shell, we can always use one of those battery covers on this guy. But let's go ahead and turn him on and verify that he still works. Make sure the contrast works. And sure enough, again, with the not the greatest lighting, as well as not so good a screen on the Game Boy, you can see that it's now fully functional. Now there is no audio. I do have the volume turned all the way up. But overall, this guy is working again. And overall, in physical shape, this thing turned out much better than I thought it would, given its original condition when I got it in the mail. So, real quick, let me reference what I did for this guy. So as we said, it was missing a lens cover, and I put an old one on there. The body was seriously yellowed. So I ended up retrobrighting the front half of the case. There was corrosion on the battery. The power switch felt weird. Tore it apart as well. We also cleaned off a bunch of corrosion off the motherboard. Cleaned the entire shell. I mean, before we even retrobrighted, the shell was disgusting. There were also a number of vertical as well as horizontal dead lines of pixels on the screen. Got those taken care of. Again, the broken speaker. The contrast wheel was dirty and it was flaky, and the screen was kind of constantly fading in and out, as well as the cartridge slot didn't read. So there was a lot of stuff that we had to do to get this guy working. Now, one of the things I did want to point out really quick is if I look to the side, actually this side's probably a little bit better. I'm not sure how well it's going to show in the video. So again, the front was seriously yellow. The back looked gray compared to the front, so I didn't think I needed to retrobright the back. However, after I was done retrobrighting the front and putting it back together, I realized the back is still pretty yellow. So I may take this apart again and finish cleaning it off. We'll kind of see, because I'm going to need to take it apart again. I'm going to order a glass screen lens, get rid of this scratched up plastic one. But otherwise, overall, I think it's pretty good. Everything works pretty well. All the buttons are responsive. Start and select, the pads, everything overall seems like it's in pretty good shape. Again, we have a broken speaker. And I'll overlay a picture of that here as well to kind of show what happened on that speaker. You can tell that appears to be the magnet has come unglued off the speaker. I glued it back on, but the speaker's still not working, so I'm pretty sure the speaker itself is just dead. I do have some spares. I may replace one of those on it. We'll see. We'll see what I have for parts after we're done with all the rest of these broken Game Boys. But that brings us to the point of this video, and that is to find out from you which repairs, I guess, you'd like to see next in a video. Repairing a Game Boy is pretty easy, and there's lots of guides online to do a lot of the stuff that I did. But I am happy to make another video to kind of show you what I've done or how I, maybe tackle the repair myself. So going back to this Game Boy, again, we did a number of things. We took care of the yellowing on the shell using a retrobrighting process. I did that outside over the course of a couple days. Basic battery corrosion, power switch cleaning, the contrast wheel cleaning the cartridge slot as well to get those games to read, and taking care of the horizontal and vertical lines on the screen. Now, to be completely honest, I actually didn't directly fix the horizontal lines on the screen. I did fix the vertical lines, and in the process of doing so, I must have wiggled something just right, and it seems like it took care of the horizontal line. So I didn't necessarily fix that directly myself. But we did do the vertical line repair. Again, I'll try to show a picture of that somewhere in here too that shows how bad it was to start with. And again, we can see on here that there are no horizontal or vertical lines dead any longer on here. So we took care of that, and I think that's it. So if we go back to any one of the rest of these Game Boys, contrast wheel, vertical lines, some of the battery contacts on this one, retrobrighting on this guy, again, no lens, battery corrosion on this one. So my question is, what would you like to see next for a video on one of these Game Boys? Do you want to see one of these repairs on the system? Do you want to see some more of the advanced stuff like the IPS screen replacement? Any other aftermarket mods, a shell swap? Please leave a message down in the comments below and let me know what it is that you'd like to see. Obviously, with the state of how everything's going right now, my life's been kind of busy, kind of crazy, so I'm not entirely certain how fast I'll get to the next video. I want to keep repairing these. I've been cooped up in the house, probably like a lot of you have been recently as well. So that's why I was itching to fix one of these. That's why I went ahead and took the effort to fix the worst one I had. I figured if I could get the worst one fixed, more than likely we can probably get the rest of these working. So I definitely want to get more of these fixed, but I want to do it in a way that can be a entertaining and informative video for you guys to watch and hopefully learn from. So you can take a broken Game Boy yourself, fix it, clean it, swap the shell, replace the screen, fix the lines on the screen, you name it. So let me know. Tell me your thoughts. What do you want to see next? What else do you want to see? Even something not Game Boy related. Let me know so I can get the parts ordered. Obviously, things might take a while to get in the mail, so I want to get things ordered and get them all ready as fast as I can and get out some more videos for you. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.